Have you ever want to play a game where you're an alcoholic and your wife leaves you, all while being a knight in 15th century Slovakia? Well, I think Felvidek is the game for you. Maybe. Obviously, the biggest part that drew me in was the art. That's the first thing you look at. But the art really does help contribute storytelling in this game. If a character is good or if a character is bad, every character be like one color, areas being one color, and it's just, I don't know, I love it. Music's pretty good. I was jamming out to some of them. Couple bangers in there. Gameplay is pretty standard if you played any like RPG Maker games, but that's not bad. It's still fun. I had a good time. The largest thing when you're playing RPG, you're playing it for the story, and this story is fucking good. Basically, your wife leaves you to go join a cult, and you and Matei, your priest friend, kind of like do detective work around Felvidek and try to figure out like, okay, what's going on with this cult? Why did my wife leave me? And you just meet a bunch of characters like along the way, which is very corny to say, but like you really do meet a bunch of characters, and they're all great. I loved every single interaction with all the characters. You meet like priests, and you go to brothels, the townspeople, and like their kids are joining the cult, and they're like, get my kid out of this fucking cult, man. Okay. And the story is so funny. It's written old English style, and at times it can be like pretty hard to read. Maybe just for me, but I still loved every moment of reading this game. There were times where I would decipher something, and I was like, wow, I'm pretty smart now. I really do feel like the developer had to make this game as an RPG in order to tell his story, and he like used every single aspect of the game to tell his story through like simple gestures and like interactions, I guess. There's a scene where one of the bad guys is like, we can negotiate, and then one of your like party members just shoots him and then you guys go into like an RPG, or you guys go into a fight, and I was like, why was that so funny? And then at the end of the fight, your friend's like, I'm never drinking again. There's one final part where you have to go get someone's daughter. She's like waiting for her lover. And you're like, okay, I'll go find your lover. And you catch the guy making out with some other guy, and you have to tell her, but you're like, how do I tell her? And like, modern time, you just fucking take a picture. But Matei draws a picture of them like making out, and you show it to her. She's like, oh my god, I can't believe this. And she jumps off the cliff. It's insane. It's such a good game. It's so funny. There's a lot of betrayal, a lot of otherworldly things, like people are turning into monsters. And I don't think I could do justice by just talking about the game. It feels like a one-of-a-kind experience, and I really love that the game does that for me.